Hello all, thanks for joining. My name is Lindsay Johnson and I head up the content program on behalf of the experts at Worldwide Clinical Trials, which is a global, full-service contract research organization. I'm sitting down with two worldwide experts to serve as the moderator of this webinar and discuss consideration for last-minute NDA enablement studies. Now let's meet our panelists. We have Cheryl Bartleson here from Worldwide Clinical Trials. Cheryl, do you mind introducing yourself and telling me about your role at Worldwide?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Cheryl Bartleson. I am a bioanalytical study manager with Worldwide and have been with the company for 9 years. Prior to Worldwide, I worked as a study director managing preclinical drug metabolism studies. I have 14 years experience working in the CRO industry.
Great, thanks, Cheryl. We also have Adam Spencer here from Worldwide. Do you mind stating a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Hello, my name is Adam Spencer, and I'm the Director of Project Management for Early Phase here at Worldwide. I have been with Worldwide for 13 years in various capacities and have been leading the Early Phase Project Management team for the past 5 years. I have 15 years experience working in the CRO industry.
Thanks, Adam. Now we're just going to get right into our first question. We surveyed executives from top 100 innovative biopharmaceutical companies responsible for early clinical development in North America and Europe. We found that these executives have stated consistent project management, expertise, quality of work, flexibility, and transparent communication are the main factors contributing to a trusted biopharma customer-vendor relationship. Cheryl and Adam, from the CRO perspective, what are some definitive actions you can take to ensure a smooth project from start to finish, even before these last-minute NDA requests come in?
Excellent communication is essential. The bioanalytical lab actively participates in the protocol review and finalization. We need to ensure an appropriate method is validated and available to support our sponsor's project requests. It's my responsibility as the bioanalytical study manager to liaison and work closely with Adam and the sponsor to meet project deliverables.
The first step is getting engaged on the project early and ensuring that the project team is involved in protocol review and finalization. Given the amazing experience of our project team members at Worldwide, it is important to assist our sponsors with developing a protocol that is not only scientifically sound, but also can be operationalized in our clinical pharmacology unit. Once we have a final protocol, our next step is to bring the teams together at the kickoff meeting to align expectations and lay out the framework for study execution. The project manager is key in the process and will lead the project from contract award to final deliverable with operational oversight by myself as project director.
Awesome, thanks guys. Now, we believe these last-minute studies that the FDA requires need to be discussed more in the industry. With all the planning that goes on in a trial, it's never fun to receive a, "oh, by the way," from the FDA due to the unexpected spend and timeline extension it causes. Worldwide team, in your experience, do you find sponsors are typically prepared to encounter these last-minute requirements? How much of the time are they able to reach approval without last-minute initiatives?
We have certainly seen sponsors that have been caught off guard by FDA's request, and they were on a critical path to NDA submission. In addition, we have also seen instances in which a sponsor knew they would need to run a specific study, such as a hepatic impairment trial or renal impairment trial, and elected to conduct this trial just prior to NDA submission. The good news is either case is the Worldwide team is experienced in receiving these requests and is very flexible to be able to meet the needs of our sponsors. We've had recent example in which FDA asked our sponsor to complete a low-fat food effect study to support their submission at the last minute. We were able to get this study startup completed and first subject dosed within 3 weeks to meet the needs of our sponsor and their timeline. This is not an uncommon occurrence.
From the BioA side, we work closely with Adam to plan and execute expedited sample analysis timelines as needed to align with the clinical project requirements. It comes down to method and timeline. We're prepared to help the sponsor work through these last-minute requests through our increased collaboration and coordination with Adam's team.
And is there something that a CRO and sponsor can do to prepare during clinical development to not be caught off guard by these last-minute FDA requests?
A thorough review and knowledge of their SAD/MAD data to ensure the validated method assay range is appropriate for their drug dose and future clinical studies. The more drug metabolism information the sponsor has available, the better. All this information guides discussions on the need to consider renal or hepatically impaired or other special population clinical studies to support their drug development program. One advantage for Worldwide is our lab's co-location with the clinic. It's a beneficial feature in this type of scenario. enabling us to analyze same day if needed or required, and providing a rapid turnaround of data, all due to the proximity between our lab and clinic.
I think there are a few things that can be done. For example, many sponsors are electing to do early precision QT analysis in their SAD/MAD studies in early development. We are seeing this much more frequently, and it does give sponsors a chance to obtain a thorough QT waiver, which not only saves them time, but also money. Also, as sponsors complete the AME study and have a good understanding of the metabolism of the drug, getting either the renal impairment or hepatic impairment study completed earlier could certainly be a benefit to sponsors.
And do you and the sponsor typically discuss the potential for these last-minute FDA requests ahead of time? What happens if the CRO or sponsor can't flex properly to support the additional study needs?
In most cases, we tend to find out about these FDA requests a few months prior to sponsor's NDA submission timeline. It is in these scenarios where we work diligently with our sponsor, and if we need to expedite delivery, we will work to do this. The wonderful thing about Worldwide is our ability to be flexible to the situation, and we understand sometimes these last-minute requests can happen. In other scenarios, sponsors know that they need to complete certain studies to support their NDA, and at a program level, Worldwide and the sponsor has collaborated to schedule these studies accordingly to the NDA submission timeline.
Most likely, Adam would be the first to hear about additional FDA requests. The bioanalytical lab works closely with project management. We review the possibility and options to expedite sample analysis to meet the overall final study deliverables. We ensure our methods are fully within regulatory compliance for the FDA and the EMA as well.
Those are all really great points. And can you guys give me a specific example of needing additional studies for submission and detail the role that Worldwide played?
Of course. As mentioned previously, we had a last-minute request for a low-fat food effects study that the FDA mandated, which happened to also have an impact on the product labeling. This was an urgent request and had significant downstream impact on the ability for the sponsor to file their NDA on time. Within a 3-week period, we have dosed all subjects and completed clinic conduct within the same month. In addition, we were able to expedite the back-end services and have a CSR ready for submission within 1 month after last subject last visit. In this scenario, we were able to drastically cut the timeline, and the sponsor was able to submit their NDA on time, and the drug was approved by the FDA.
In a different example with that sponsor, our bioanalytical lab was asked to complete the sample analysis for a renal impairment study in support of the sponsor's NDA submission. The great news is we work very closely with the sponsor at a program level and had an already established assay in place. This made it seamless to get the project dosed, samples collected, and samples analyzed according to the required timeline.
Awesome. Those are both really great examples. It's really exciting. And from those examples, what are the key takeaways that you would find from them? Can you apply anything to other last-minute NDA enablement studies?
Any drug development program can require new and additional work. Our bioanalytical lab has lots of experience with expedited and quick turnaround studies. We have the flexibility to work with Adam and the sponsor to meet the clinical study needs.
I think the key takeaway is that we understand at Worldwide that sometimes an unexpected study may be required. We've had a lot of experience with this, and our ability to be flexible to meet the needs of our customers is part of our DNA.
Awesome, thanks. And if people want to find out more about the services Worldwide can provide, what can they do?
For a quick quality turnaround with your NDA submission studies, contact our experts to see how Worldwide can help.
Awesome. Thank you both for being here with me today. I'm so happy I could join in this uncommon conversation about last-minute NDA enablement studies. For those watching at home, what do you want to discuss next? Email me at lindsay.johnson@worldwide.com with topic suggestions.